Hey, Haley, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good, good. Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name's Haley McBrien. I'm a realtor on the Damon Sells Homes team, and I can't believe this is year five.
Five,
Yes.
5 years.
My
Wow.
background is interior design, construction, studied a little marketing. But yeah, I was thinking about it the other day that I was just like, this is maybe this is bad to say, this is the longest career I've ever had officially.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh my
like,
gosh. I remember for me, it was like my previous job was 3.5 years.
yeah.
And when I crossed that, I was like, this is now my longest career.
There's like no going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was 10 years ago for me. So that 10
Yes.
years will fly by super fast.
Well, Ryan, you've been a great mentor to me on the team. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So I'm Ryan Nicholas with the Damon Sells Homes team. And I've been on the team for over 13 years now. Lucky number 13, which just feels crazy to say,
Yeah.
you know, by far my longest career ever. So I think I'll be doing this for a couple more decades. But yeah, I had a background of marketing and sales, and I came into real estate with about 3 years experience working for an international marketing company. I was a district manager there for 3 years. And so I take some of that experience into it, but I've just grown up in real estate professionally.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to just serve so many clients over the years. And now it's funny, I'm working with a client now that I helped them buy 11 years ago.
Wow.
Their first home, they're selling it and buying a bigger one.
Yeah.
So it's cool. You're helping people through life stages. I've helped people buy when they were single,
Yeah.
seen them meet their partners, have kids, and then buy a bigger house.
Yeah.
In real estate, we see people, go through all the phases, parents passing away, and we're helping them sell their family, their childhood home that they grew up in,
Yeah.
that mom and dad lived in. Deaths, divorces, diapers, diamonds, right?
Yeah. And
All the D's.
Yeah. New relationships. We just had one of those listings.
Yeah.
Apartments. So
Yeah. They
sometimes
they
happy,
just got
sometimes
engaged.
sad. Yeah.
She was showing us that purple, what was that?
Purple sapphire.
Purple sapphire wedding
Beautiful.
engagement ring. Like,
Yes.
well done.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're there for all the life changes, are we?
Yeah.
Speaking of life changes, I could have sworn I silenced that. This is that listing agent calling me on one of the offers I put in yesterday. But our strategy right now is for them to wait a little bit. We're going to wait.
Make them sweat.
They send us a counter. I told my clients this morning, she was like, what's our strategy to get this house for 2.9?
Mm-hmm.
And it's
What's the list price?
3.1.
Okay.
And I was 3.2. They dropped the price once. So we'll see how it works out. But my strategy is, hey, be patient, make them sweat it out. So
That's true.
this is me making them sweat it out.
I like it.
But back to those transitions. When we met, you were living in Arlington, right? You moved to Reston, bought a condo, right? And you already, you have a growing family, right? You had it's not a baby anymore. JJ's what, 3.5?
Oh my gosh.
You're getting married, and then so you moved up from condo to the townhome in Reston, and you're like, you're the queen of West. You're the queen of Reston now. So
Yeah.
I'm curious, why did you choose Reston? What do you love about living there?
Well, it's so funny because I told somebody the other day, I forget who I was talking to, but I think they live out in Waterford or pretty far west.
Yeah.
And I was like, we found out that we both lived in Arlington at some time for a long period of time. I was there for 10 years, and it was just so funny. I didn't know anything outside of Arlington, which is so crazy. Now that I'm a realtor, I realize how much more there is to Northern Virginia. And I said, I moved to Reston because that was as far west that I could go.
Yeah.
And that seemed really far out there. But now it's just so perfect for so many reasons. One being just commutes, because I work in Alexandria, right? I'll go to Leesburg and everywhere in between. And I just didn't even realize when I chose it how central it was going to be for me. Yeah.
It's nice. You can go take the Parkway north and south and 28, and then you got the toll road, you got 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because sometimes this is like an old person thing, or maybe a realtor, like when you pull up directions to somewhere and you can see all the red lines where the traffic is in Northern Virginia. Yeah. And like, really, Reston, we don't have any red lines. I can get to the grocery store and get home and it's like, you know, relaxing. Unlike maybe in Arlington, I'm like white knuckling into Harris Teeter, like fighting for my life, you know. Yeah. So many people.
Yeah. And like many areas, like when you say Reston, it's a big area. Mm-hmm. So I know there's different parts of it. So tell us about that.
Yeah, there's North and South Reston, which I learned after moving to Reston. I was a noob. And it's just so funny because everybody's like has a really hardcore feeling about one or the other. And like a lot of people like love North Reston. Like I'll only live in North Reston. And I am so the opposite. Like I love South Reston. I'm so glad that's where I ended up. Mostly because, you know, Reston's big, but it's not that big. So I get a lot of the newer like shopping areas are in North Reston. And so, but like I'm only 7 minutes from that. So, but then I'm right off Lawyers Road. So to come here today, you know, I was like driving into a neighborhood down Lawyers Road, this beautiful road, right? Like curves, the trees. And then like, you know, you're right next to Vienna, which is like so desirable. You're right next to Fairfax. Like that's the edge I'm on. It takes me like 10 minutes to get to Fairfax or to Vienna, where I feel like if you're on the other side, like where are you going? You'd have to come all the way through Reston to get to any of those areas. Or like maybe you're going to Great Falls. But that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It feels less commercial to me too. Like more neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Trails.
And it's Reston is so unique with the whole planned development. Yeah. And if you live in Reston, don't you get like access to all Reston has to offer?
So this is kind of funny. I don't know how much personally I should disclose, but I think you can just find it online anyway. So I live in Deepwood.
Okay.
And even as a realtor, I didn't realize until I lived there that I'm actually not in the Reston Association. I don't know. Oh. Somebody told me they have a story for me. I still need to get to it, but somehow we weaseled our way out of the Reston Association, and we have our own pool and we have our own parks.
That's so rare because almost I thought it was only a couple condos and a couple little clusters. They have the clusters in Reston, right?
So because we were in the condo, we still have the condo, and that's in the Reston Association. And so we've had the passes where you can go to all the pools, and that's so great. But we love our neighborhood because we walk to our own pool. It's a really big pool. They have a baby pool. And
nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And nobody else can come from other areas of Reston there.
Exactly, yeah.
And Reston, when I think of Reston, I think of the lakes too. Tell us about those.
The lakes are awesome. They're beautiful. You know, I'm from Florida originally, so I'm just like used to living near water, and I've definitely missed that while being in Northern Virginia, a little bit landlocked to me. So just being able to go get ice cream. We went, you know, when JJ had his last day of pre-K too. I can't believe it. And we went and got ice cream to celebrate, and we were able to just go sit, you know, by one of the lakes, and like that's so special to me that it's easy to do. And it's so funny because everybody has, I don't know what they're called. I guess I should know the term now that I've lived in Reston so long, but they have the dock that just like has a motor on it, and people go all out. They have like TVs and like, I don't know, maybe fire pits. Maybe I'm making that up. But we saw somebody just like pull up to the shopping center, like on their dock to like.
Wait, like the dock moves?
Yes.
What?
Okay. Maybe you haven't seen it yet, but people in Reston have seen it.
Okay.
And the dock is just like floating on the water. People are like having little parties. And yeah, this is the first time I saw one like used not just to hang out, but like a mode of transportation to get to like a shopping center. And I don't know if they were like going to grab dinner and like whatever. They have their dog on there.
Is this like one thing that one person has? Or is it community use, or there's a bunch of them?
There's a bunch of them. Like
I never saw that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
See all these like Reston's got hidden gems.
Yes. So we've really enjoyed it. I'm not sure I'm like we're gonna be here forever, but for a while.
Cool.
And I think that's because this is good real estate material. Prices in Reston are kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They are, I just saw a single family home pop up for like $2 million. And I was just like trying to figure out, like, as an agent, why is this $2 million?
Yeah. I mean, the desirability of living there has just gone through the roof. And we haven't talked about Reston Town Center, which is an awesome place. And then, you know, they've been building up that area around the metro. And I know some friends that work at like the Google headquarters or the Google property campus there, if you want to call it that.
I don't know. Maybe it's been there forever. I just went to the Sweat House in Reston. But everything like cool and trendy is popping up in Reston, it seems like.
Yeah. It's a cool area. So that's what, I mean, you have that kind of development come in, home values go up.
Exactly. So good place to invest.
Yeah.
We're really loving Reston. We've been there almost 4 years now, which is crazy. And I think it's a great place for people to buy a property because there's a lot going on. It's great for commutes and it's a great investment. So if anybody is looking in Reston, let me know.
So that agent that was just calling me a second ago.
Yeah.
So we submitted this offer yesterday, but I got a story here. So my client has been looking at homes. We've seen quite a few, and there's a few that they like. And they're like, can we make an offer on more than one home? And if you ask 100 agents that, probably 80 or 90 of them will say, oh, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because they think there's some rule about it or if they think it's unethical or something like that. But if sellers can entertain multiple offers on their house, I don't see why a buyer can't make offers on multiple homes too.
I feel like you're outing yourself right now, though.
Yeah.
To other
you think we should delete this
and
not say anything?
No, you're being bold and people love bold. So, but
this is, I mean, it's like, that's what we're doing as agents, fiduciaries for our clients is working in their best interests. There's no rule against making multiple offers. And, you know, we're making, I mean, the odds of them getting multiple accepted may not be very high, but if it did, we have to make sure they're protected, that they have a way to get out.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So in the past, I've always said, all right, I need you to pick like your favorite.
Yeah.
And if we lose it, it's okay. Because we're going to write this one super favorable. And we're going to write this one that we're able to walk away. You might go
after houses harder than others. So I mean, we're negotiating the price down on all of these.
Okay.
So it's not like, you expect a back and forth a little bit. Yes. So I don't think we're going to get multiple accepted.
Did you waive all contingencies in any of them?
No.
Okay.
No. These are all three of these are homes that have been sitting on the market. Well, no, one of them's newer, but most of the other two are kind of been sitting on the market a little bit.
Okay.
One just had a price reduction this weekend. So it's pretty new since the price reduction.
I'm seeing more of that right now.
Yeah. The national news is showing that there's, the country is switching to a buyer's market. We're nowhere near that in Northern Virginia. But
no, I really just think it's this month. That's like how I feel about it. Like if you want to shop this month, you should get out there because people are going to the beach every weekend. Yeah.
I mean, school gets out and there's 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then, it's slow. So yeah, like I think there's no rule against making multiple offers on houses, and you just have to make sure you're protected with a contingency to get out.
Yeah.
And show me where in the code of ethics or show me where in the law it says you can't do that.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited. We're making 3 offers, and we're hoping one will work out for them.
So you've heard back from at least one agent I know. Is that the same agent who's calling you now?
Yeah. So she is. They sent us a counter already, 100,000 less, and I think we're going to wait it out a little bit and try and get more out of them.
Okay.
We'll see.
And then still waiting to hear back from the other 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like officially.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, with all of our clients, I think we have a duty to have a strategy and a plan to serve their best interests. And if we have a back and forth negotiation for a week on one of these, meanwhile, one of the other ones sold, that was not in their best interest. So we don't have the luxury of time to wait to see how it pans out on each one.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then on the other side of the coin, when you're competing for houses and you're, every house is getting bidding wars and multiple offers.
Yeah.
How many people do you hear about lose out on house after house after house? So if there's 2 that you love, there's no rule that says you can't go for both of them.
I'm like shocked they found 3 that they love.
Yeah. And this price, they're looking in kind of the multi-million range, which the market there has a lot more inventory
Yeah.
than.
Why do you think these houses are sitting, like these particular ones? Anything that stood out to you? Not to like call anybody out.
No, they're all beautiful homes, and in the luxury market, you tend to have higher days on market, and because there is a pretty good supply and not as many buyers as there are for like the 500 to million price point. So really, I think it's just price.
Okay. And they're like right at 1.2 ish.
I'm sorry.
Like they're right at like 1.2, 1 million.
These are all about $3 million homes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's totally different. Because I was thinking earlier this year, I was, shopping around 1.2 and it was like a bloodbath.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That price point, like $1 million to $1.2 million, $1.3 million is just bananas right now. So yeah. And on the other hand, so that one other strategy we like to do, I shouldn't share all my secrets, I guess.
No.
But I'm actually doing this on a home right now. And a couple clients a year, we make more than one offer on the same home.
Okay.
A couple of different offers. So sometimes that can be in the form of, hey, we'll give you this price and we'll pay cash, or we'll get a regular loan. But we'll give you this higher price if you're willing to do seller financing or some other creative type of situation that we discover through the negotiation process is an opportunity. Maybe if they have the seller has a paid off home, they might be willing, if you give them a decent down payment, to do seller financing. So I think we're always looking for creative
people like choices
options. Yeah. And if you give people 2 or 3 perfect options that work for you, it allows them to pick which one works best for them. And you'll be happy with whichever one they pick.
Yep.
So that's something I recommend sometimes. Even something as simple as, hey, we'll offer you this price and we want a home inspection with option to negotiate repairs, or this price and we'll buy it as is, void only.
Or one of our favorites, again, shouldn't give it away, but we'll give you this price, and it expires at the end of the weekend or the deadline, or we'll give you this price, but you have to get back to me tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. I've used that on you and it didn't work, but
I know that trick.
I know.
But it does work a lot.
Yeah. We've talked about some homes that are sitting on the market recently. So I'm curious, what do you think homeowners are doing that's sort of self-sabotaging them? They're making choices. There's stuff that's not in their control, right? What's happening in the market and what the season is and so many different things. But there are things that are in their control. And what choices do you see that are just like showstoppers when they're on the market?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's a lot, and it almost all happens before you go on the market. So it's preparation and then pricing are two of the biggest areas where we see people make mistakes. So maybe I'll talk about pricing. You can talk about preparation, since that's more of your area of expertise. Just cut that. I don't want to say that, 'cause I mean, you're also an expert in pricing. So, I think two of the main areas you see people make mistakes in is in the preparation and pricing of the home. So, give you an example. I just had a listing that the highest sale ever in the neighborhood was $900,000, and they wanted to get more than that. And we entertained the idea of pricing it a little higher, maybe $925,000, but we didn't. If you overprice the comps, you tend to come off to buyers as feeling, hey, that seller is greedy.
Is this the townhouse that I think it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we decided, after all, to price it right at $900,000, what the highest sale in the neighborhood ever had been. And what ended up happening is we got multiple offers with, now instead of the buyers negotiating against my client, the seller, they're negotiating against each other. Yeah. And so I can't always promise these type of results, but we sold it for $70,000 over the asking price.
It was worth it though.
Yeah. I mean, that house was gorgeous.
Yeah. But
they did all the preparation.
But that's so true. Pricing is so important, and people get really nervous about pricing under what they're willing to accept.
Right.
And, the thing about it is you don't have to accept an offer, right? Unless it fits your needs. And it's just our job to tell you what you need to do to get to that number. And sometimes it's scary, right? It feels unnatural almost to be like, oh, I'm going to price it below what I want. Because, you know, if that offer comes in, you want to say, well, that's what I asked for, right?
Yeah.
But like you just said, if you price it and it's attractive to a lot of people, then all the buyers start competing with each other. So, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I see, sometimes people see me post on Instagram, I'm like flipping through listing photos and I just see like the most outrageous things. And it's just, you know, I think all the time, like what we're doing is not like brain surgery, right? And it seems like common sense to me.
What seems basic to us is advanced for somebody else.
But I guess that it goes along with like everybody has their roles and they're good at what they're good at. And but I'm just laughing because I'm picturing the one I just posted recently, which was like, it looked beautiful. It was like a condo and it was like a very modern light fixture. And they like wrapped this like flower wreath all around it. And I was just like,
was that staging?
I don't know. But I think the biggest one is paint colors, which is insane because it's the easiest thing to fix. And I know people hear it time and time again. And even your dad has a story where he, you know, was showing a listing and they're like, I cannot buy this house because of the blue paint. I don't remember what color it is. And he's like, it's fine. I'll have it painted by tomorrow morning. Like, just sign right here. Like, you love the house. It's just paint. People cannot
but buyers really think that.
They cannot. And I always describe it as like a shopping experience and going to like 2 different types of stores and just how you feel when you go into the store, how it's set up, the lighting, the smell, like everything that it's the same in selling your house. So, and we want it to be as neutral as possible. So as many people can envision their style in it as possible.
It really, that's such a great analogy that selling your home is like a retail experience. That's how you should think about it as a home seller. So another mistake people make, let's say your home's vacant and selling it. Sometimes people want to put the AC up to a high temperature and keep all the lights off.
Oh yeah.
Right. The first impression that people have when they walk in is huge. So if they walk in, your house looks dark, they're going to feel that it's a dark house. Mm-hmm. And so we want every single light fixture, under cabinet lighting, whatever you've got on, because it shows your house in the best light. And if people are walking around sweating because of the warm temperature, that's all they're going to be thinking about, especially in these summer months. When people walk through an upper level and your AC isn't down, you're going to save $10 on your utility bill, but you're going to sell your house for $40,000 less. Yeah. Right.
It's just like, well, if you do it right, we like to say like it's like 1 weekend or 1 week, right? Like that, you know, we leave all the lights on and we leave the air at like the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're creating an experience.
Yes.
What else do people do though? That's like they're making, maybe it's before they go on the market, they're making choices for themselves and they don't fix it before going on the market. Besides paint colors.
So I'll give you a recent story for a listing that I had. This home is a beautiful home. They did a kitchen renovation where they opened up a wall and quartz counters and beautiful sight lines through the main level. They opened up the floor plan. And the top 2 levels were painted and everything was good. But the basement, you know, we were in a rush to list it. So, you know, the basement didn't get painted and then the carpet was old. And we thought our price was pretty spot on. And
this is your listing?
This is my listing. Okay. Yeah. So something like 75 or 80% of our listings we sell in the first weekend, our first week, but this one didn't.
Okay.
We had good showings or 25 people through the open houses, but we didn't get an offer. And pretty much all the feedback was, we love it, but there's just too much work to do in the basement. But we got to paint these walls and we got to do this carpet. Again, I could have the walls painted and the carpet replaced for $3,000 or less, probably less.
Like in a day.
Yeah, like a 1 or 2 day job to let the paint dry for a second coat, right?
Yeah.
And yet that stopped people from making a strong offer on the home. And fast forward, we listened quickly to what the feedback was. Props to the sellers, where that week we got the carpet replaced in 2 days and painted. and it sold after that next weekend.
Nice.
So I think we were on the market 12 days.
Yeah.
So that is a testament to buyers buy what they see. But I think we may have missed out on selling their home for more money that first weekend.
Carpet's huge.
Yeah.
I would always say if you're considering replacing it, do.
Yeah.
Always. Even if we know, because this has happened, the buyers buy it and then they rip it out the next day and they put in different flooring. It doesn't matter. Nobody wants to buy your dirt.
Yeah.
I don't think carpet's too expensive. You don't have to get the nicest carpet. Just, quality, neutral color.
Yeah.
Always replace the carpet.
Yeah.
If you can. Even if you don't think it's dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And then, we always say like light fixtures make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And those are pretty easy fix. And I don't know. I think furniture is like, everybody has different styles, and some people, they buy furniture, then they set it up and it like really doesn't work. Like it cuts off a room. I was showing a house that's like, it had this big open floor plan like you were talking about, but the couch was like right in the walkway between the kitchen and the living room. And like, I guess it made sense because it was facing the TV, but you live differently than you show your house. And so maybe it doesn't make sense for you to live or for them, but for showing purposes, like the couch should have been turned, which is like something we always say when we're coming in. Okay. Yeah. So that's why, it's super important to hire a professional. And this is all things that we're going to talk about during our listing appointments. And then we even, send Gina through our listing coordinator, and there's multiple people, and, it could be a little bit overwhelming, but it's all to prevent your house sitting on the market. Yeah. We're going to give you all the tools you need so you can make some of these bad decisions now while you're enjoying your house. Yeah. And then don't worry, don't stress, because we're going to like rein you in when you're ready, and we can make these options available to you so that you're good to go.